Hi everyone, I am Storc from Gaming Denmark, 1/3 of the team. And in today's video we'll be talking about Tales from the Red Dragon Inn. And the Kickstarter is already done, but we can still discuss whether or not you should pre-order this game. So let's have a look at what this game actually brings. So we are at the Kickstarter page now. And you can still pre-order the game, get the same bonuses as if you had been part of the Kickstarter. So that's great, I suppose. Well, Red Dragon Inn, if you haven't played that game, is originated in a game from, I think it's like 15 years ago or something, where a bunch of adventurers would sit in the tavern, and after the adventures is done, you'd sit there and play cards, and you were playing as adventures against your other teammates. Playing cards, getting each other drunk, punching each other, and whoever gets knocked out first, loses a gold, will be out of the game. So it was a quick little fun game. We still play it once in a while. I think it's quite fun. The characters have a lot of personality, and there's a lot of humor involved in this game, so that's pretty much the strength of this game. It has a lot of theme, and the animation here is just amazing. I really like it. So it's from Slugfest Games, and they also have a Battle for Greyport version, which is a co-op deck building game with the same characters. So let's see. So we had 4,897 backers, and they pledged 389,132. The goal was 100,000, so let's see. Yeah. So it's 1 to 4 players, 90 to 150 minutes, age 13 plus, not a big deal actually. You see it's a dungeon crawl game in style of Gloomhaven and Dungeons & Dragons, Legend of Drizzt, if you've played those types of games, Castle Ravenloft and all those sorts of things. But they have their own theme and their own style of play. So you have these 6 characters, so 4 of them, Sod and Gurki, Fiona and Daedra, were from the original Red Dragon Inn game. I think that's cool they're still using these characters. Gog, of course, added, and Eve the Illusionist. And I'm so happy they chose Gog, because he's just an amazing fun character in that game. So yeah, you get the miniatures, unique maps, I think there's like 20 plus different scenarios, so I guess that's something. You level up, so your abilities get stronger during as you progress through the scenarios. Also, your items can evolve into something. And you also get power trees, where like a talent tree, where you start off at one spot, and you see here you start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so you get different bonuses and shields and evasive tokens you can use. Power tokens for your abilities. And so here you move and you attack and you roll the dice. Pretty much explains how you play the game on this animation here. Pretty much what the game is all about. So the community. So we have the 2 reviews here. If you haven't seen those, I also suggest you go to these 2 guys. They have made pretty much good reviews, and there's someone else who has also made great videos about it. And Slugfest Games have also made some playthroughs of this game. So if you want to check that out, you can go to their YouTube page as well and see those videos. And you can play the game on Tabletop Simulator. We'll do that later in the video. If you don't have Tabletop Simulator, I absolutely suggest that you get that on Steam, because you can play pretty much any board game in there for free and try it out and see if the game is something you want to play. I've avoided a lot of bad purchases just by trying out the games in Tabletop Simulator, so I suggest you get that. And I'll show you how you install that, get the games and set them up pretty easily. It's actually not that difficult. So they also have a Discord where you can join and chat with the rules if it says something you don't really know or something you're a little uncertain of. So I guess that's something. So let's see here. There's a reward bonus for the Kickstarter kick. You will get all of these things. Be a Goat miniature, Be a Goat item card, solo mode, Be a Goat. When you play solo, you play as one character and an ally, and this Be a Goat is one of the allies that you can get. There are different allies. I also seen one robot that Sam used, one of the guys from Slugfest Games used in his solo video. There's like a rogue robot, and there's also a Pookie version, like the small rabbit. And you get a lot of mystery minis, so yeah. So let's see the stretch goals. There's a scenario 00 pack. And what's in the box, what you actually get, you will get the 6 heroes, you will get 150 plus cards. You will get 20 scenarios. You will get 6 miniatures. That's 1 for each hero. And you will get 150 plus standees and yeah, a lot more dice and tokens and all that sort of things. So let's see the stretch goals. So initially they needed to back 100,000 just to produce the game. In 115,000 they unlocked solo mode auto, and that is the bot that I talked about, the rogue robot. Solo mode goat also, where you had this scope miniature. Bonus scenario, molded player dice. The bonus scenario 3, 1 new mini. Bonus scenario. A flip scenario 1 new mini. I guess that means that you can flip the mat. The scenario mat, you get small mats. Again, I'll show you in Tabletop Simulator later how that works. But actually backed a lot of things here. So 1 new mini and 250k. Flip scenario 3 and 2 new minis. So I don't know if these are all the player character minis or what it is, but I guess we'll see. 275,000 molded scheme dice. The schemers is the enemies in the game. You roll a dice and then you whatever they roll, you get to choose that ability that they use. So if you roll like this axe, then they will use the ability that is signaled below the axe. And that's how they work. 300,000 you will get Pookie stuff, so milestone. Pookie as a solo companion. Again, in solo mode you will get Pookie and his own dice here. Because he actually works like the schemers. He has 3 things that he can do, and you roll the dice, and then whatever the dice rolls, that's what he's gonna do that following turn. 325,000 Mystery Mini, and again 350,000 Mystery Mini. And again here, the last one, Mystery Mini 8, and they didn't reach 400,000, so you still stuck at 375k, I suppose. I don't know if the pledge, if you buy the game, it will add to the pledge. But yeah, you already get a lot of stretch goals here, so I guess that's something. What's the last part? More minis, and then you will get Real 5 at 500,000 you would have. So a token for such Arcane Fire, and a token from Eve's Illusions will get real miniatures instead of just tokens, so it's not that important actually in my opinion. So the shipping here is pretty expensive if you are outside of United States. You can see it's, and also the taxes and everything, it's adding up. Yeah. So this is what is the Red Dragon Inn. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So let's go to the Steam part. If you haven't tried Tabletop Simulator before, I would show you how you just get this. This is a Danish version of Steam, by the way, but this is just the workshop. You click here, and here you can search for all kind of games. But in this situation, we'll be searching for Tales from the Red Dragon Inn, and there's only one. So you press this button here. I already pressed it because I'm already subscribed to this. So you just subscribe to whatever game that you want, and you can find all sorts of games in here. Also the Red Dragon Inn series here, also here, and you can click these and subscribe to this as well. So yeah, then you get it into your Tabletop Simulator, and you will be playing it through that. So let's get on with that. And we are in Tabletop Simulator now. So what you do here is just create a game, single player, that's fine. In your workshop, this is where you download the games. These are games you can purchase actually, yeah, for money, and you get some more fluid versions of the games where a lot of things are scripted and that thing. Workshop here, Tales of the Red Dragon Inn, you load it. And now the game will set up. So again, this game is a dungeon crawler. I'm not gonna go way too much with the rules. I'm just gonna play it so you can see what this is all about. Makes sense for you perhaps. This is the scenario room book, so just put it over here, and let's put the things where we can see what's going on here. So let's take 2 characters. Let's take the priestess and put her here right next to her. Get her character, and these helmets are where your characters will start. Let's just put her here, and she will get these tokens. These are initiative tokens. And I don't know, let's just take Fiona then. So, got a priest and a fighter. I guess that's the old World of Warcraft arena combo. Priest Paladin was it back then? Okay, So, the initiative tokens here, this is where you determine the turn order. This is an initiative bag. If you don't know how to do this, you can just click L and you will unlock this bag. And this is an auto-shuffle bag, if I'm correct. This is the basic token, right here. That means you have 2 actions and 1 shenanigan you can do on your turn. So see here, she has action, shenanigan, action. You can use the attack twice, so you can move once. Fiona uses actions to move, and all of her actions here have cooldown, you see here. If I just move in, this hourglass represents 3 turns of cooldown, so they actually run with cooldown ability. It functions quite well, in my opinion. When you get this plus token, you only get to do 1 action or 1 shenanigan. So, yeah, that's that. But that's what you get when you play 2-player. When you play 3 or 4 players, so you won't be using that. The solo mode companion I talked about, they don't have this in this tabletop simulator version. I don't know why, because I saw Sam play it, one of the guys from Slugfest games, but I can't find it anyway. So, I just suppose it's not here. So in this game, it will tell you how to set it up. So you have this fluff text, if you want to read that. Here it tells you what the different things are. So a trap will trigger and it will deal 3 damage to whatever figure moves onto its base. And you can use the enemies to push them onto the traps if you like. So here we have the, there's a pillar. It says the pillar. Okay, zoom in with that because I just zoom in the whole map when I press Alt. Okay. Just gonna press M instead, and then you can zoom in on these. So this is difficult terrain when this is the color, and this is just pillar. This is impassable, and this is rubble. So this is what separates this first stage from the second stage. So when you destroy that, the second stage triggers, and then you spawn more enemies. So you want to clear these enemies before you do anything else. Yeah. So this is how you set up the first part. The Gauntlet Storeroom Deployment Table, BD Gizmoblin AC Trap. We are playing as 2 players. So what does that mean? That means B and D will get a Gizmoblin, which is this character, and they have characters to represent those. So that's 1 and 2. So that's B and D. As you see here, the AC will get a trap. So we get traps for A, and we get a trap for C. And if we're playing 3-player, then we will get Gizmoblins on B, C, D, and 1 trap on A. And if we're playing 4 players, we'll get Gizmoblins on all of the all of the areas here, A, B, C, and D. So that makes sense, I suppose. And then you draw. Okay, we're gonna get 1, and that's the second one. Read all of these cards here. What was 3, the first one? Okay, doesn't matter. And we just put them like this, 1 and 2, and we'll get a die and see what kind of action they're gonna do. So just roll die here. That's gonna be 4 and 6. So they're gonna use this action, and that's both of them. And I use this to track damage actually. Yeah, these are the dice that you're gonna use to roll with. So let's just put everything that we use over here. And this is not in play at this moment. This is the initiative token for the Gizmoblins. Yeah, so we actually set to go. So we have these 2. We have this first room, and we have Fiona, and we have Deidre. Let's see how this looks. Like this, yeah. And we will draw a token. Oh, so the blue one start. And we actually got the worst one where they move and shoot. Okay. Wrong, I forget that this isn't a separate card, so I need to zoom in with like this. So in order, lowest to highest, this is Moblin 1's the lowest and this is the highest. And they will move and we will control them, and they will actually be 1, 2, and he can't really attack the nearest foe because there's a pillar. Even though it has range 4, 1, 2, 3, actually it can't target. It can't target through the pillar, but it can target like this, because, yeah. You don't get the line of sight that you get in games like Imperial Assault, or even worse, Dungeons & Dragons, if you play that a lot. So he will pretty much just shoot me for 1 damage. And 1 foe, harm 1. So she will take 1 damage, and he will place a trap. And yeah, we pretty much decide everything that they do, so we just place a trap here. It's up to us. And the second one is going to do the same thing. 1, 2. He could move through this trap and then attack. It's pretty much up to us, but they wouldn't harm themselves if it wasn't necessary. They would take the safest route always. So he can't attack from here because he's behind a pillar. So that was the schemer's turn. And usually I would put this on the first one to see that he moved, and then put this on the second one because you can get a lot of schemers as per se your enemies. And then this is out of the game. So now we have a lot of turns to deal with these moblins. So first off is Fiona. This is her non-bonus token, so she can take 2 action, 1 shenanigan. And she doesn't have any shenanigans, but she can get so later on. Remember, they get more abilities as they level up, and drinking a potion can also be a shenanigan. So she can get a lot of movement done here. So she can either move for 5, and then she can move, or she can move for 3. So how much does she need to move? 1, 2, 3. So that's actually fine. And we will use this then. And attack 1 foe. So this will be 2 yellow dice on Gizmoblin number 1. So we'll roll these. Yeah, this is actually pretty good because we can now see what they do. So when I roll one of these, this is a critical hit, like the dice say. That means I re-roll it. I roll again. So I count the damage and then I roll again. And this is 1 damage in Inspire. Inspire means that if I get more Inspire tokens that I have black dice over here, I will get a black die. And that's like a bonus die I can use for a lot of different things. So let's just roll these 2 and then go on from there. Okay, so I actually got 2 damage and 2 Inspire, but I can only get 1 die at a time. And I can't use that die immediately. And I can also not get Inspire tokens when I use this die in a row. So I'm gonna deal 2 damage to number 1. So let's take 2 of those. Or just copy and paste, I suppose. So he'll take 2 damage. They have 6 health, as you see here. So he's not quite dead yet. So that's 1 action. I got another action. So what can I do? This I just used. So I need to put the cooldown tokens on that one. 1, 2, 3. And as you see here, Invigorate means that I can remove 1 cooldown token. So I could do that. But I could also just attack him again with either this. But I haven't taken damage, so I'll just use my regular attack, which is 2 die, and I will splash for 1. That means I will splash nearby enemies or traps or ceilings. No, I can't really splash on traps, but I can definitely splash on that guy. So that means splash, I hit him, and adjacent targets can take 1 damage. So I guess that's a good idea. And we get 2 more damage. So, and he's gonna take 1. So yeah, that's 1, 2. And that's 1 on the second one, because he was in the splash area. So yeah, that was Fiona's turn. Yeah, next one. Up Deidre. And that's her main initiative token. So she is gonna... Well, she can shenanigans, she can move. So she's gonna move no matter what. 2, 3, 4. How am I gonna move? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that the plan? I think it actually is. Okay, so I can actually use my burst because that will hit 3 cone, but it won't really hit that guy. But when I do so, I will get a shield token, which is pretty good. You want those shield tokens out as fast as possible. I could also leap and attack both of these guys, but that would mean I would have to land on a trap, and I really don't want to do that because that's a melee attack. And this is soap and removes. I can, as a reaction when I take damage, I can destroy this and take 2 less damage. So yeah, I can attack this foe and push him into the trap. I think that will be a great play. So I'm gonna do that. And that's just 1 die, but that's fine. And dealing 1 damage to number 1, and then pushing him into the trap, making him take 3 damage, and that pretty much destroys him, because now he's at 8 and he's dead. So yeah, bye. We can put all the damage just to show the overkill. Yeah, so I got another action actually, and this is range too. So if I want to, I could attack the other one as well, and I might as well. I could use the black die here. Oh, that's a crit, so that's 3. And that's 4 damage. Just to show. I didn't need to use the black die because I know Fiona... We both got a bonus turn, so that's completely overkill, but we might as well do it. Okay. And that was my 1 action... 2 actions and 1 shenanigan. By the way, this lightning totem means that I have charges. It doesn't really get any cooldowns, but it gets charges, so when the charges are done, I can't use this in the scenario no longer. So I need to be careful when I use this, actually. But yeah, you later in the game, you can get ways to get more charges back or add charges to abilities and that sort of thing, but in this state of the game, you really can't. So, next token. So it's gonna be Fiona, and she has an action or a shenanigan, and she can't really do anything. So yeah, this is on cooldown. So I actually think she's just gonna invigorate 1 to remove one of these cooldown tokens, and that's her action. Yeah, and Daedra, she can... How much damage does this guy have? 4, 5? She can finish this guy off. She can also invigorate, or... No, she can't. Doesn't make any sense. She might as well just kill this guy with 1 attack and hope we get a Inspire token. And we did. So, that's the 4, 5, 6. He's dead, and we got an Inspire. Remember, if you want to get Inspire here, you need to get more Inspire tokens than there are dice, and there are currently no dice. So... 1 is more than 0. If I were to roll a Inspire while I had one of the black dice down here, I would have to roll 2 Inspire, and that's pretty much impossible with only 1 die. But at some point you can roll 3 die, and you can actually get 3 Inspire tokens to get up to 3 dice as bonus, and you can use all of them at the same time. Or you can also, as a empower your defense, remove 1 of the die and take 2 less damage, so that can be quite critical at how you play the game. But this one is gone. So now we look at the scenario here. If all enemies are defeated, remove the 3 rubble terrain tokens from the spaces, dividing the gauntlet from the Maze of Madness, and deploy the next room. So that's the 3 rubble. So later on in this scenario, you actually don't want to kill all enemies before you remove the rubble or the capture next terrain. You want to have like 1 enemy left with low health, and then remove the rubble and then kill the last enemy. The reason for that is there are some spawn points that if you kill all the enemies before you kill the rubble, then some enemies will spawn. Not in this scenario, but in the other scenarios. And we'll get like 2 extra enemies if you kill all of them at the same time, and then the rubble will disappear and all the other enemies spawn at the same time. So you want to time this as well. There's a lot of tactic in this. So, next room, let's see what this brings. We are still 2 players, so B, D, F, G are Gizmoblins. So yeah, B, D, F, G. Oh, let's just put them on the correct order. And then we will get some traps. See, that's C, E. Get traps. This one still remains, by the way. So this is 3 damage trap and a 3 damage trap. And yeah, everything is actually shuffled now, so we need to shuffle everything back together again. And now we need to remove all of these damage counters. I can just delete them, I suppose. It's much easier. Remember not to delete the card. Thank you very much. Okay, so now we need to draw 3 and 4. That's not the right one. That's a weird order they put this card in. Okay, let's put this guy here. And get this ready. Okay, so we will roll to see what they are going to do. That's the 1. So what they're going to do, all of these guys, is move 2 to the nearest foe. And then they will melee attack 1 foe and push the target if they damage the foe. And push means, yeah, any direction that we so desire. We actually make a lot of decisions. Also, if this guy was right up here, we would decide which one he attacked. We actually get a lot of this. We get to do a lot of the choices actually. It's not like attack the guy with the lowest health or anything. We decide most of the things actually. So yeah, that's different from a lot of other dungeon crawlers. I suppose. But yeah, we need to draw initiative tokens, and Deidre is going on first. 2 actions, 1 shenanigan. She can move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's her range on this? Oh, that's melee, so it doesn't really make any sense. That's 1 shenanigan. You can also replace an action or a shenanigan for 1 action or both of your actions if you will like. So if I want to move 4 again, I can move 4 and then I can attack again if I really want to. 1, 2, 1, 2. They're just gonna get closer, all of them. But the next round they might attack with ranged if we are lucky and we haven't just attacked them at all, then they might just instantly destroy us and place traps all over the place. So we really want to get closer into this room. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I can range 2. Attack this one. That's my 3rd action, actually. So I think I should do that. Should I use the black die? I might as well start up pumping some damage because they are... Usually you want to use these to negate or in area attacks, but there aren't going to be any area effect attacked anytime soon. So might as well just use this and hope for it spire later on as well. So 3 damage to Miss Gibbs Moblin number 2. That's how we track it. And yeah, that was her turn. That was a decent turn, I suppose. Fiona now. So she is definitely gonna move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. She needs 2 to move onto this one, so she really can't. I forgot something. When each initiative round has ended, we need to remove 1 of each cooldown tokens, and I didn't do that, so I actually have to do that now. That's 1 action. I can move again if I really want to. Next turn this is gonna be ready anyway. So what I'm gonna do here is... I can't really do anything, can I? I can move again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I really want to spread out, maybe that's not such a bad idea. Maybe he's gonna take all the damage in this turn. I don't know. Let's just stay put. No, you know what? I'm gonna use another action to stay here. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So. Oh, bonus initiative. That really sucked. So I should have moved and attacked. Okay. I didn't, so that's pretty much my fault. Well, I guess I'm gonna invigorate then. That sucks. And then it's gonna be Deidre again. It's pretty bad. Okay, she's gonna attack that one again. And that's gonna be a hit and an inspire, so it's fine. So, now it's gonna be all the Gizmoblin's turn now. Yeah. So, as I said, they're all gonna be doing... Okay, forgot. Move 2 nearest foe, attack. Oh, no, that one. Move 2 nearest foe, melee, attack 1 foe. Harm, push to target 1. Okay. So it's gonna move and it's gonna attack 1. And I can choose which one. I actually suppose it's gonna attack Deidre then. So deal her 1 damage. And then push her 1 away. That's the first one. Oh, actually the second one. Okay, the first one is gonna move 2. The third one is gonna move 2. It can't really go anywhere. This can also only go that way. So this is, yeah, it's a bit of a pickle. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's shuffle everything together again. I was hoping that it would be their turn before her, so she could attack, but yeah, I shouldn't have. So gonna roll this die again and see what they do. Okay, 3. I was lucky because if I would get that one, it will just attack everyone, slaughter Fiona, and place traps all over the place. So that was actually pretty lucky. Remove 1 cooldown token from each target. We don't have any. Deirdre. Okay, should I use any of these now? 1, 2. I can leap 2, and then push 2 targets, actually. So I cannot land on enemies and allies. I can't move through enemies, but leap can avoid all of these obstacles. You can't leap over impossible terrain though, but you can leap over traps and you can leap over enemies. So that's why leap is so good. First off, I think one shenanigan might as well move, because that's the only shenanigans it really has. Was the basic? No, it was the plus token actually. Oh, so I might be in danger here. So I might as well just use the ranged attack to kill this one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Can I finish him off if I roll lucky? Oh, I couldn't. Okay, 1 damage. So I may push him. I'm gonna push him. Spreading this out. So that was the first token, and now it's Fiona. Oh, she gets her full turn. So, let's see. 1 action. She may move 2. 3 actually. Should just move here. Not if I get pushed. I don't want to get pushed that way. 1, 2. And then I'm gonna... Well, this one is definitely gonna die. He only has 1 health left. So I might as well... She doesn't have any cleave though. But yeah, that was my... Gonna put the cooldowns on that one. And then melee attack 1 foe. It's gonna be that guy. He's gonna die now. If I get 2 inspire, that would be awesome. Well, that's a crit. 1, 2. 2 inspire, another black die. That's perfect. And he has taken 7 damage, so... or actually 8 damage. So he's out of the game. And I get another action, so I can just melee attack that one. Well, I could have splashed him and killed him. I could... Oh, that's stupid. Okay. Never mind, I'm gonna use one of these dice, and I'm gonna... You know what, I'm gonna straight up finish this guy off. Bye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So get rid of this guy. That's how you do it. So that's Fiona's turn. Yeah. She doesn't have any shenanigans. But I guess that's fine. She's still a lot of damage anyway. So now it's their turn. So I got 1 less creature to worry about now. So it's going to be the first one here. And he's going to go to the nearest foe. 1, 2. And he's actually going to attack Fiona because he can reach her. Attack 1. So putting 1 damage on Fiona. She can take it. Push her 1. So you can't push your... push anyone into impassable terrain. You can't push them where there are already foes or allies, but you can push them onto difficult terrain. And the next guy's gonna... He's gonna do the same thing, isn't he? He's gonna attack Fiona. He's gonna push her the other way. Okay, so this is strange. 1 damage and push her again. Yeah, that was a strange turn. Okay. So Fiona now. Okay, she's definitely mad at that one. So she's gonna use that attack. I don't wear all this armor just for defense. She's gonna shield bash this guy, and if I deal damage, I will heal 1. And I'm pretty sure I will deal damage. We also get an inspire for these dice. This is why I use these all the time, because you will get inspire damage all the time. I'm gonna damage this guy for 2. That's the first one. And then I'm gonna heal for 1, like the set. Getting triple cooldown markers though, but that's fine. And I could actually invigorate to remove 1 of these tokens, and I think I should. I could kill this guy, but I think that would be too much. I'm just gonna remove 1 of these. Yeah, and now it's gonna be Daedra full turn. Shenanigan. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could leap and attack both foes actually and push them. I could push this guy into this. That would be amazing. So I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be... I could have leapt. It doesn't matter because she's using shenanigans to move, so it doesn't really matter if I move those extra 2. But she can get cover good distance with 4 movement and then the leap. But, oh, this is gonna be... Oh, that's melee, so I should leap. I'm gonna leap here then. Then I'm gonna attack this one. And push him into... yeah, it's gonna be this one. Plus 1. So that's already 1. But 1 plus 1, let's see. It's gonna be 2 damage, and I'm gonna push him. It's 5 damage. So he's pretty much dead. So yeah. That's the 5 tokens. So let's redraw. Cooldown tokens removed here. And... oh, I forgot to remove this trap as well. And this guy, the last one, he is gonna roll. Oh, he's gonna do the last part. So you can see that as well. We're gonna showcase that as well. That's fine. If he lives. So, Deirdre again. 1, 2, 3. I can't move on to that. But I might as well just ranged attack this one and get him out of the way. Yeah, I can use one of these. That's fine. He hasn't taken any damage, so it's 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, and I can push him if I really want to. Doesn't really make any sense though, so I really don't. You may push. Yeah, I don't want to push him. That's okay. Next one, Deirdre again. So she might as well just roll again and deal some damage to this fella. Did I? When I moved 1, did I only do 1 action? I think I did. Doesn't matter. Okay. If I did, I'm just gonna showcase how powerful Deirdre is, how strong we are in this scenario. That's my extra action, and let's do another token. It's gonna be Fiona. Okay, action. 1. That's not Fiona. This is Fiona. 1, 2. That's her action. Move, and then she's gonna just straight up attack him. I could kill him before he deals damage to me. That would be optimal. Let's do that. Crit. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. So yeah. Let's just overkill this little poor Gizmoblin. And I can't get an extra every die. Maybe I should just kill him straight up. See, I even used 1 die less. I should have used rolled 2 dice here. I would have killed him so badly. Okay, this is actually a waste. Fine. Stage 2 is complete. So let's see what's going on here. Move 3 wobble tokens from blue spaces, remove and deploy the next room. So let's deploy this room. Come on. Okay. And here we have the boss. Actually, the sparkling engine. We should destroy the sparkling engine and survive the end of the round. So sparkling engine will go on E. Roboger will go on D. Roboger. Look at this guy. It's gonna be BC. It's gonna be traps. What's there? Oh, there's rubble. And A and F are gonna be Gizmoblins. So yeah, let's delete this. This is 2 we're using, and these are just out. Okay. And we need die for these. Oh, this actually does the same thing no matter what, so it doesn't really matter. And now look at this, we have more initiative tokens we need to add to the back. I actually think this is, I don't know if we just what we do here is, I don't really know. Do we just shuffle the initiative backs in, or do we start all over? I actually think we shuffle them in and then we can continue, because this is immediately actions. So they attack immediately, so that was maybe a mistake. You need to plan this out a little bit better, I think. Okay. It doesn't matter, it's fine. Let's just go through this. And next part is gonna be Fiona for the... She's gonna not go through that trap, that's for sure. She can move 5, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now all of these are gonna act against me. Was that stupid? Nah, I have a podlet, so that's fine. I'll survive, okay. Group initiative. I didn't roll for these. I should roll for these. So that was a really bad roll, wasn't it? These dice on temperature are really, really bad. Okay, so that's 1, but I did really roll a 6. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let me take the worst part. I'm not cheating here. Let's take the worst part. So he's gonna attack, move 2, 1. And they are gonna take the most difficult route. Or the most safest route. So he's actually gonna go around like this. And this one's not gonna do anything. He's just gonna attack for when you're 4. Can you reach me from here? 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. He can actually reach me, so he's gonna attack me for 1 and deal damage and place a trap. Yeah, I get to decide where, because that's how I roll. I should just put it here then. And the other guy's gonna do the same, dealing me 1 damage. And placing another trap. I'm surrounded now. I decide this is gonna go here. At least I get something to say. Okay, now we got the yellow one, which is the sparkling engine. He's gonna heal 2, the nearest damage friend, and he's gonna range unlimited attack 1 foe. Okay, it's just gonna be the nearest then. That's gonna be Fiona. She's taking a lot of heat here, isn't it? I guess that's okay. And now we got the Rogue. Oh, what's she gonna do? Did I roll for him? Can't remember. Okay, maybe I did. Move to nearest attack. Row 1 foe. Push the target 2. So it's gonna 1, 2, and he can't get to it without triggering the traps. So that's something at least. 1, 2. Can't move into this Gizmoblin, so too bad. Or is he just gonna go in here and attack her? I think that he is, because he can't get to her otherwise. So I suppose he would. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could I kite her like this? I actually think he's gonna go this way. 1, 2, 3. I think he's gonna do that, because he can't go through here anyway. They did say he's gonna take the safest route. So, yeah. And no more initiative tokens in the back, so let's roll all this together and remove 2 of these cooldown trackers. And we're gonna roll again. It's gonna be a 3, and this is gonna be a 2, so same thing. Okay. Ooh, again the Rogue is gonna go 1, 2, 3. Safest route? Oh, that's Gizmoblin. What am I doing? Where was he? He was here. 1, 2. Okay, that's all he can do. 1, 2. I've kited this guy so badly. This is incredible. Okay, okay, Fiona now. Well, she obviously is going to kill this Gizmoblin if she can. Yeah, I don't have any black die, but I really should hit this guy pretty hard for everything I got. That's a crit. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good. Gizmoblin number 2. You might as well hit him again. If I can get inspired tokens, I did. That's awesome. So that's 2 more damage, and he is out of the way. That's 6 damage to kill this guy. And she doesn't have anything else she can do. But that was just double attack. She hit so hard. I actually splashed, but I didn't have anything to splash on. So that was 2 actions. Yeah. Movement now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can move to this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna move all the way in the corner, so if everyone tries to reach me, I can only be reached by a certain number of enemies. And I can't attack. If I had this attack, I would do that. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2. 1, 2. No, I can't use this. Would be amazing though, but that's fine. Okay, next one. Okay, the Lask is wobbling. Okay, he's gonna move 2 nearest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Fiona's closest. 1, 2. And now he's blocking the path of the... Oh, but he can move through him, so it's fine. And he's gonna melee attack, but he can't. Okay. And now we have the yellow one, and he's gonna heal, but none of them are damaged because I just straight up destroyed the one, so that's my plan. But he's gonna set me for 1 damage. I suppose that is okay. 5 damage. Yuck. Okay. So let's get Deidre on the field. Thank you. Okay, Deidre definitely needs to move. But she needs to... 1, 2, 3, 4. And then she can actually leap 2. Can she hit anything from there? No, she can't. Well, this is a bit of a bugger, isn't it? Okay, shenanigan. I am gonna move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Replace an action with a shenanigan, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then she's gonna leap. And damage this engine for whatever I have. It's fine. 5 damage. That's something at least. Okay. I did get my bow caught up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah. Oh, it's actually 6 because it's +1. I may push, but I can't really push in that direction, so it doesn't really make any sense. Okay. So that was my whole turn with her, but she gets another action, and you bet that she is gonna... She's gonna use this one because I know this is not gonna be that good, but it will get us a shield. And that's gonna be immensely powerful when she doesn't take all that damage, so she might as well just burst with the 2 dice. And look at that, getting a dice and dealing 3 damage. What was the last one? Okay. So we had 9 damage now. And she's getting a shield token. Since she's the closest one to these, she's gonna keep it. Okay, so that's the initiative order. Everything's done. And that's remove cooldown tokens. Thank you very much. This one has cooldown tokens though, so we should actually copy 2 more and remove 1. Okay, yeah. So we're re-rolling the enemies here. What was that? That was a terrible roll. Seriously, these dice in Tabletop Simulator, they're so weird. Okay, so he's gonna range now. That's horrible. He's gonna attack and push. Okay, would be fine if we just stay put there, but yeah, that's life. Okay, it's Deidre again, and she is going to... Well, is that a bonus? It's a bonus. She's gonna attack then. And she might as well use this die to get some... Well, that's 4 damage. Oh, that's a cooldown token. Forgot I copied the wrong one. Okay, let's take 1 and copy it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10. That's 13 damage. It's almost done. Fiona's definitely gonna kill this one. Oh, acted its turn, so it's still gonna heal the nearest damaged friend. It's not itself, it's the damaged friend. There are no damaged friends. So too bad. And then it's gonna sap 1 and just gonna absorb that with the shield. So too bad. Okay, next one. Come on. No, it's the Robogro, and he's gonna move 1, 2, 3, and he's gonna attack for 3. Push the target for 2, so that's actually gonna be yeah, I'm gonna use this. Still gonna take the damage and get pushed for 2. I guess that's this way then. I can't be pushed into Fiona. Next up, Fiona. Okay, I don't wear this armor just for defense. Gonna show you. There's Fiona, isn't it? Oh, there's Fiona. Fine. Okay, so that's 1, 2 crit. Seriously. Okay, 3 damage, and it's actually dead. So that's 15. So we need to survive the rest of the round, and then we've completed the scenario. So she actually healed 1, and she got this on cooldown. I have to remember that. And I didn't use that one. I did use the other one. So where do we want to go? Are we just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to kite these? I actually think we are. Yeah, I think we are. Yeah, like this. That's fine. Okay, and this one is gonna, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just gonna hit one of these. It's gonna be dead, I guess, for 4. She's gonna use this to negate the damage. And yeah, the mission is done. We survived, and this one is destroyed. So conclusion: the last of the strange machines explodes in tower. Sparks, gears, and noxious black smoke all around hidden room inside the dragon's basement. Few constructs that are still functional learn to stop or toggle face first to the ale-soaked floor. A lone Gizmoblin bravely tries to continue the fight, crawling forward you with this one remaining arm. So it's like they all stop now when this is completed. So thematically it makes a lot of sense since they're all robots, and this was the one powering them. So yeah, this was the wow, what kind of mess did I make here? Yeah, I hope you can track. But this was actually the first training scenario in Red Dragon Inn. So there's more pages here with fluff text. The next scenario, you will get more things you can. And you can actually upgrade all of the heroes at the same time, and then choose 2 different heroes for the next scenario if you really want to. And let's see, it's from the assets of scenario 2. Let's just look at the heroes that we already have, just to... Got power tree. Okay, let's move the heroes that aren't us. Fiona, Gurky, and just showcase what we get. Slimes, so this is gonna be the enemies for the next part of the campaign. Let's Moblins, Gelatinous Blob, and a lot of toughness tokens, and a Doom Die. That's for legendary. Then you roll this and you extract that number from your damage. Okay, so you actually get these armory cards. So see, you do get some upgrades. So Invigorate 4, so you can just remove a complete healer cooldown. Or heal 4, which is also quite nice. So both of the heroes here will get a power tree where you start at the bottom at one of these golden ones, and then you can actually progress the way that you want to, getting shield tokens, and see these lightning here that can recharge this one. And of course you get some cards that are not art. That's not art yet, but I think it's okay still. So since you can leap 3 and range 2, gain 1 shield. And here you can spend on 1 power from one of the abilities and discard a die from the epic bull. Add 1 to that activate ability. Okay, so when you spend one of these, you can actually discard the black die, and then you can regain it again, pretty much. So that's the other. We have Fiona as well. The power tree is not gonna. It's not the same actually. It is. No, it's. I don't know. No, it's not exactly the same. So that's the double evasion token. Evasion means when you get hit, you get to move afterwards. See, this is actually a bit different, and you get Fiona's move 2. So when you hold ground, why hold ground when you can take it? So she just moved 2. As a shenanigan, cooldown though, but that actually makes her move a lot. 2 actions, move, move, and move. So she suddenly gets a lot of movement. And range 3, pull. 2, 1 foe. Okay, so you can pull. She can pull foes, and means that if there's a foe, she can actually pull him and put him here. So it's a lot of tactical usage. We didn't even use the potlet, but she managed. If I were to be completely downed, I would just flip to my other side. As you trigger when you're wounded, you will gain 3 shield tokens at the very start, and then I get another different ability. See, I just walk it off, moving less, and cleave. Attack 1, die +1 at 2 foes. So it's actually getting a lot stronger, but moving less. The same thing with Deirdre here. You see she will move 4. And suddenly just like limp along. There's no art in progress, but wins 2, attack target. When pushed, it's the same thing actually. And here you are wounded, you gain 4 shield tokens, you can just poof. Can't invigorate though, but she can suddenly get 4 shield tokens. So even if you get wounded, you're not completely dead until this is all the way to 0. And if one of you dies, then the scenario is over, you lost. You can't just let one die and then continue on. You need to survive this with all of your characters. So this is pretty much it, the training scenario for Red Dragon Inn, Tales of Red Dragon Inn. So should you back this? Well, let's take a look. So yeah, let's go back to the Kickstarter page from the Red Dragon Inn here. And for the pre-order, you will get the same thing as people who pledge the $90 or more. The pre-orders is also $90. And the shipment is anywhere in the world, so the further away you are from the US, the more expensive you'll get, of course, you have to remember that. And the estimate delivery is going to be February 2023, so sometime in the not so near future. But you will get the Tales of Red Dragon Inn game, the Kickstarter kit, and the Scenario 00 pack. So what are those? Well, first of all, let's go down to the scenario Kickstarter. Where is it? It has to be somewhere. There it is. Kickstarter kit, Be a Goat miniature, Be a Goat item card, and solo mode Be a Goat. So it's an ally you can use for solo modes to get different allies that instead of using the same one each time, you get Be a Goat as well. And you have Pookie, and then you have this rogue robot called Otto. And then of course the 8 mystery minis, which of course were unlocked during the stretch goals. Is here there's a mini 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, and 8 at 375k, which was the max pledge goal now. And of course you will be getting the Scenario 00. What is that? That's the one we just played. Introduction scenario for new players. It has 3 parts. So you have that, and it's the demo that they're using right now. And of course you also get this 20 scenarios, not included this, and the heroes and the cards and everything. This is the base game again. So the big question here is, why should you play this over something like Gloomhaven? Well, first off, compare this to Gloomhaven. I think that this is something I can play with everyone. I can play this with my girlfriend, I can play this with my most elitist friends. It doesn't have to be a game that just sit there on the shelf and waiting to be played with my most elitist friends when they come by. This is something I play with everyone. And I think that accessibility is a big plus. It's really, really underrated. Also, the other part is that Slugfest games are great at keeping other players active on other people's turns. I learned that in Balfour Greyport. And I can also see in this game compared to something like Ernst, and if you ever tried that in 4-player, where you just sit there and wait until it's your turn, then you buy a card, and then you sit again until it's your turn. In this game, you will be discussing a lot amongst yourself. Okay, will I be playing this card, then you can play against this enemy, or you can push him 2 feet away, then I can move him onto that trap, or who's going to use the black die, all those kind of things. You're still going to be part of the decision making, even though it's not your turn. And I really, really like that. I think they have made a great job at providing that. And I also know that's something they really want to encourage people to do, to be part of the discussion and decision making. So that's something. So should you back this? Well, I can tell you that I pre-ordered it. I wasn't part of the Kickstarter, but I definitely pre-ordered it, even though I live far away. So I have to pay some shipment cost, but I really love Slugfest games and all the Red Dragon games. I played those a ton, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a ton of value out of this game as well. It's gonna be so good to see all this game and whatever content they can create in the future. They have so many characters, so many cool personalities, and they got a lot of humor and all that, and I really like that. And this is so easy on the eyes compared to something again like Gloomhaven, where you can't introduce that to all kind of players. That's just the way it is. So yeah, that's my opinion. I hope that I helped you make your decision as well. So I would like to finish this off by saying thank you for watching this hour-long video it is, I suppose. And I hope you all had a nice weekend. So thank you for tuning in. See you again next time. Bye.